My name's Denisha. I don't know how I'm going to get through this right now. If you've ever met my grandma, you know she's got more love to give than anybody. Her welcoming smile says 1,000 words. Her genuine kindness can warm anybody's heart. She knew the key to happiness was through her home-cooked meals. My grandma taught me to value the quality of life. The value of life doesn't come from riches or expensive belongings. It comes from family. It comes from love and memories, laughter, stories from the past, making others smile, sitting on the sandy white beach, catching up after years of being apart, and salsa dancing as a family in the living room after dinner. I've learned that you're young until you're not. You love until you don't. You must try until you can't. You'll cry until you laugh, and you'll laugh until you cry. And everyone must breathe until their final breath. So smile, because my grandma's here. She's in all of us. She's given us the gift of life, and I appreciate her for that. Thank you.
Introductions are always hard for me. The pastor has graciously spoken to the family and on the religious side, and Sharon and Denisha have given these, her life history and her memories of their mother and their grandmother. I wanted to speak about Bea as an outsider coming into the family 33 years ago. Never for an instant was she the typical mother-in-law. As ever, as if Bill and I were happy, she was happy. Never did she push her thoughts on us. She let Bill and I live and love as we felt best. Back then, Bea and I instantly connected when we met, as I did with Russ also. She was such a good cook, and through the years, she taught me a lot, not with a written recipe, but just by me watching her. She put everyone else first and would do anything for anyone. When Bill and I had our children, Eric and Tara, she was instantly up for watching them at a moment's notice. Little did she know her grandchildren would come 4 in 4 years. Eric, then Denisha, then Katie, and then Tara. She took on the challenge with gusto. Luckily, we also did have Abuelita there to help her. With all of us working, she had them a lot. I remember Eric and Tara had chicken pox at the same time at Christmas, and she took care of them for the whole 2 weeks so we could keep working. I believe that was definitely above and beyond the call of duty. Just by being herself, a mom and a grandma, she taught me a lot, especially to take each day as a new day, to smile and to be happy. I'm so happy Russ, Bill, and Sharon could be with Bea during her last days at home. I am proud of all of them and how they took care of her. I have been listening to everyone, and I will try to say what they're feeling, what I've heard on my side of the family. Russ told me, she was never angry. She never had a bad word to say about anyone. She was the best wife anyone could have. I always remember Bill saying, "I love my mom's arms." And I would think, what are you talking about? And that was early on. I don't know. But in time, I did understand that there's a picture of every grandchild with them asleep in her arms. And so I kind of remembered that. So the other day I asked him, tell me one thing, you'd like me to say. And he said, she wouldn't, I don't even have to think about it. She would rock us to sleep in her arms. So we both had thought of the same thing about her. Eric says he remembers being the first grandchild, and when she got a new car, the first thing she did was take him to the movies. So he felt very special. He was about 3. And then Tara remembers all the times Grandma put her in dresses and did her hair, which at that time was a feat because it was something I had failed to ever accomplish. My kids remember summers in Florida, many trips to see relatives, always being happy and free in their house, sleeping with Grandma, and always being loved. Luckily, her love has passed to Bill and myself and to Eric and Tara. Bill and I will be better grandparents, and Eric and Tara will be better parents because of Beatriz Mileham. Thank you all for coming today.
Good afternoon. I am honored that I was asked to say a few words, but this is not my comfort zone, but Nana is going to help me do this. I came to this country over 50 years ago, myself as a child, 8 years old, and my Uncle Henry, who was 18. I came to the home of my Uncle Russell and my tia Nena, whom I really didn't know. As a child, not understanding the complexities of life, I felt that I had been abandoned and sent off to a place that I was not aware of things. I didn't have my mother, and I would cry, and I would be, and Nana always made me feel welcome. She made me feel valued. She was a sunshine in my life when I was a little girl and coming up. She was wonderful with my babies, and I always knew she was a beautiful young girl, long blonde hair that, of course, as a child, I wanted to be her. But I knew she wasn't too much older than I am. But I am 69 years old now, and I was truly shocked when I saw it on paper that she was only 8 years older than I was. And yet she was able to extend her wisdom to me. And she was a ray of sunshine in my life, as she was to just about everyone that knew her. She honored God by using the gift of kindness that he so graciously gave her. And I know that she is in a place that she earned. She is in her glory right now today, and I thank God for that. And thank you for being here.